All right, what's up, everybody? Um, actually, more than a bit of a shortened stream tonight. Um, I was going to do the stream originally by myself, regardless, but my car is in the shop, and my dad lent me his car, which is a newer Toyota Camry. It's one of the hybrids. My dumbass thought once you run low or run out of gas, that's the whole point of the battery, right? You got another like 200 miles to go. Apparently not the case. The battery needs the engine and vice versa. So I got stranded on the side of an exit, walked about a mile, paid $22 for a 1 gallon gas container. Luckily, my girlfriend was able to give me a ride home, had just gotten home from Appleton. But anyway, we'll put that aside, but that's the reason for the late stream here. And I'm going to hop on for just a few minutes here. If you guys have any questions for me, I only got 3 things I want to talk about. If you got any questions, throw them at me. I will stay on for, the next 15, 20 minutes answering questions if you guys like. If nobody joins the stream, nobody asks questions, it's going to be a pretty short one. So we do apologize, but I am Jake Senholz. This is the NFL Week 5 Fantasy Football Start Sit Show for Flurry Sports. Probably a good week for you to check out Zach Bruner's Fantasy Football Rankings article. You can find that newly published as of yesterday over at FlurrySports.org. It's also in the description below, or just hop over to FlurrySports.org and type in Fantasy Football Rankings right in the search bar. It's going to come up for you. So again, throw some questions in the chat. I'm just going to stick around for as long as those questions remain coming in, and then we're going to hop off. So again, apologize for the late start and the shortened stream tonight. I was stranded on the side of the road. With Cordarrell Patterson out, that's something we obviously got to talk about. He's a big time fantasy factor through 4 weeks now. He's out for an undisclosed amount of time. They're hoping to get him back at some point this season. Tyler Algier and Caleb Huntley, the 2 backups that you're going to consider picking up. Algier seems like the obvious choice. He rushed the ball 10 times for 84 yards the other day. So he's obviously getting looks already. And then Caleb Huntley, elevated from the practice squad, I believe. He also had 10 touches for 56 yards and a touchdown the other night. But Algier looked like he looked legit. He looks like he's going to be the guy to come and kind of fill that role. He also had a reception for 20 yards. He's only rostered in 43% of ESPN leagues, 65% of sleeper leagues. So he's a guy that you might want to consider picking up because people are going to find out about him soon. Is he going to be a world beater? Is he going to make the difference in your fantasy season? Maybe not, but looks like he's going to be the guy for the time being in Atlanta. Caleb Huntley, only rostered in 8.5% of ESPN leagues, 15% of sleeper leagues. So he is out there and available. Damian Williams also returning from IR and will be available next game. But Algier, he looks to be the guy if you're going to pick up anybody to replace Patterson or to even handcuff him when Patterson comes back. So definitely run out and grab him. Tyler Conklin is a guy I want to talk about real fast. He's the tight end 8 through 4 games. He's had double-digit points in 3 out of 4 games in PPR leagues. Had 8.9 the one week he didn't hit double digits. He's rostered in 42% of leagues, so almost the same exact as Algier. The guy, he's out there and available. He's a tight end that you might want to consider having to potentially even start, but definitely as a backup tight end, or if you're a streaming tight end kind of player, Tyler Conklin, definitely somebody that you should be looking at rostering. Again, available in almost 60% of ESPN leagues. And then I wanted to touch a little bit on Nahim Heinz tonight. He's currently the RB41. Philip Lindsay going to be suited up tonight as well, but Philip Lindsay had a pretty slow end of the season last year with the Broncos, or wherever he went after the Broncos, if anywhere. I haven't really kept up on my Philip Lindsay news, I will admit that, but he was elevated off the practice squad as well, will be active for the Colts tonight. Now, Nahim Heinz, not doing much on the ground, 8 rushes for 11 yards total on the season, but he has had 17 receptions for 113 yards. We know that's where he's been most effective, is through that pass game. And definitely in PPR, his ability to catch the ball and his target numbers are going to be something worthwhile as well. Are you starting him tonight? No, probably not. Is Jonathan Taylor coming back after this week? Maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but Nahim Heinz, probably worth a start if you're really in a pinch, or if you can get your hands on him. If you did have Jonathan Taylor with nobody better to replace him, but I don't think anybody's sprinting out to start Nahim Heinz really, but he does have 17 receptions for 113 yards on the season. Wouldn't be surprised if they try and rush the ball with him a little bit more, or otherwise I feel like they're going to give 8-10 attempts to Phillip Lindsay on the ground and try and get Nahim Heinz active in that passing game. So that's all I really got as far as notes that I brought tonight. Tyler Conklin, tight end that should be rostered. A couple things to consider for Cordarrell Patterson and his backups moving forward, and then Nahim Heinz, I guess worthy of maybe you don't even want to lock him into a flex because then you're wasting it for the weekend. So maybe worthy of a consideration of RB2 tonight. But if Jonathan Taylor's problems linger, maybe Heinz is playable, more moving forward. I don't think he's going to have an awful night tonight. I think he's going to be the number one option, but it's a 50-50, maybe even less than that. It's a coin toss play. So that is all I got for you tonight. We have not fielded a question yet. So I guess I'm just going to hop off. Again, I apologize. I wanted to put out some sort of stream. I was hoping for 15, 20, 30 minutes tonight with a little bit of interaction, but I understand most of the time we get on starting at 6. A lot of you viewers probably just thought we didn't have a stream tonight. Maybe you missed it, whatever, but I don't blame you for not hopping on here since we got on late. Again, I do apologize. And the one thing that we were very off on last week was the Seattle field goal kicker was Jason Sanders. We recommended you bench him in favor of Matt Prater. Look, Matt Prater's got a huge leg, but he hasn't kicked a ton of field goals this year. And I think is it Sanders? Yeah, I think Sanders had like 4 field goals last week. So that was our big glaring mistake. Want to apologize to whoever asked that question. I can't remember. If you happen to see this, here is your formal apology. I guess that is it. Real short stream tonight. Enjoy the Thursday night football game. I'm on Colts plus 3.5. I think they're more desperate right now than the Broncos, and I don't like the Broncos to have to cover any points, let alone more than a field goal. Each team is down their respective starting running back. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor probably a much bigger loss in impact than Javonte Williams, especially since it took a while for Williams to get started this season. But I still like the Colts getting 3.5. I think this will be a couple point game, maybe a field goal game. That's all that the Broncos have played so far this year anyway. So yeah, that's it. I am on the Colts tonight. Appreciate you for checking in, and we'll be back with the full crew, full stream next week. For Flurry Sports, I am Jake Sunholes. Have a great week, everybody, and good luck fantasy wise. Make sure you check out Zach's fantasy football rankings for week 5 article. It'll help you a lot this week since I wasn't really able to answer any questions. All right. Have a good night, everybody.